one, it's Deluxe. So, over the years, this is just a lot of Naruto merch that I've had since I was a kid, or collecting stuff in general. And I thought it'd be cool to show you the stuff I've collected over the years. Like, some of you asked for a room tour, but this is the closest you're going to get. But that all being said, I think it'd just be really cool to show you the things I just have of Naruto in general. So, I guess the first thing would be one of these. You guys remember the crate things where you just get one of those things in those little machines and you pick it up and you get it? It's like the stuffed animal things, except they put those little random little objects in there, like an MP3 or a watch or something. One of those things, crane things, had a Naruto 10 like 2008, 2007, I believe. And I got one of these. It was full of Naruto cards, and I've had this thing since 2007, 2008. And I don't know if I want to throw it away. Like, this thing is like ancient, and to get one of these today would be really, really difficult. So I just decided to keep the can. But yeah, this thing, I've had this thing since I was like a kid, like a really, really long time ago. But yeah, pretty ancient. Obviously the Conan figure statue, the plastic statue I got last year that I showed you guys on my live stream. Not too important because it's not, the material obviously, since it's made out of plastic, it's not really worth or that cool. But for me, it's just decent, and I thought it was really cool. It came from China during the whole thing of last year, so that was kind of a little bit of a challenge. But no, it made it out. It made it here just fine, and I was not sick because of it. But yeah, it's really, really cool. I love Conan's character design. One of the coolest designs in Naruto. May not be one of the best, strongest characters, but her design alone is pretty powerful. So this thing in general is just really, really cool. Next, I have the Akoxi mask, obviously because of last year, like I just mentioned, because of the whole sick thing. I wore this in public quite a few times, or not quite a few, but like maybe 1 or 2 times in general, and that's really it. I even sometimes forgot about it, but it's a cool Akoxi mask, so you know, I may wear it during winter when it gets cold, you never know. But yeah, this thing is just cool in general. I'm going to wear it again at some other point. Next up are these Naruto necklaces. One is the Tsunade necklace. This one is blue in the anime. It's green, or it was blue in the manga. I'm not sure, but this one is just blue in general. This is the Konoha logo in the Hidden Leaf Village necklace, and this is just a random shuriken and kunai necklace as well. I've worn this one in some of my older videos, unless I private them. I private a lot of videos recently, but I've had this one for about 3 years. And the Leaf logo necklace, there you go. And this one, I don't ever wear the shuriken and kunai necklace. I sometimes even forget it, but it's something I've had for a while. Now this is obviously a Naruto headband. It's not one of the best made. I've had this thing for like 4 years. I need to get a new one. This is not one of the strongest made ones, merchandise obviously wise. The material is just not that good. I prefer this one actually, but this one is still pretty good in general. I still wear it. I just haven't worn it in any of my personal videos on YouTube, but when I'm watching Naruto, sometimes I'll geek out and just wear this headband for obvious reasons because I love Naruto. But yeah, I don't recommend trying to get one of these because they're just, like I said, it's the material. You can find better ones if you look really hard. Don't get any random ninja headband because it looks cool. Be careful of the material you're getting it from, because you don't want one like this. It's just not made right. It's just not made right in my opinion, but it serves its purpose, you know. But yeah, headband, Naruto, pretty cool. Next is this Naruto water bottle that I stopped using 2 years ago, but or 3 years ago actually. 2018 is when I got it. I used it for about a few months until I started using a better water bottle, because obviously this isn't like a full good body size, but it's still merch. Naruto and Jiraiya, obviously, one of the most loved 2 characters together when they're on screen. Obviously, I love Jiraiya. You guys know this. I connect with Jiraiya the most in any other Naruto character. But yeah, I gotta start using this again. This thermos. The next thing I have is this Pikachu Sasuke Curse Mart thing. It's really cool. You guys can get these on Amazon. I'm not specifically what they're called, but yeah, they're pretty cute. I guess it, you know, does its purpose. It sits and it entertains you when you want to have a statue on your shelf. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. You can find them on Amazon. Like I said, you can find them on Amazon. Like I said, you can find them on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. Now this right here is a Naruto hat I was wearing in my earlier videos 3 years ago. I stopped wearing it. I need to start wearing it again. Obvious reasons. It's just a really cool dope hat with Naruto and Sasuke in their demon form modes. Pretty good. Again, stuff you can get on Amazon. You can get a lot of shit on Amazon, obviously, but yeah, I gotta start wearing this Naruto hat. It's really cool. But so far, I've just been using it for decoration on my wall. Yeah. Now this is ancient. You guys remember Book Fair back in the day? Apparently they still do Book Fair even today, but yeah, I've had this thing for years, like since 2007 maybe. I think I've had it longer before 2008 for sure, but yeah, this thing, I'm surprised I even still have this. I thought I lost it for a long time until I found it, obviously in a book, because that's the purpose of it. But obviously this bookmark is it's just really cool in general. I don't read at all, but just having this from my childhood just means a lot because it reminds me how long I've been with Naruto. And yeah, it's ancient. It's ancient. It looks really good though. It looks really good in its shape after like 15 years down the line. But yeah, I've had this little guy forever. Next up is this really cool Akoxi Wallet that I've got back in 2013. I've had this thing for a long time until like maybe the last yeah, I would say like maybe in the last 5 years I finally replaced it. I was using it for 2 years, then finally got a new wallet, and you can even if I had it for 2 years, look how worn out it is. It's probably got worn out over the years after not using it because it was in my shelf for years. But yeah, this again, something I've had for a long time. One of my merch that I got back in high school. I just have a lot of random Naruto junk over the years that I've had since I was a kid and a teenager. But yeah, this thing in general is just, I need to get another Akoxi wallet, but this thing's ancient. Memories, man. I use this, I've had this thing for a long time. Some people like to throw away things over the years. I personally like to keep things to remind myself who I was and how long I've been with a certain something my whole life, either if it's a franchise, a show, or something from my childhood in general. But yeah, sometimes it's good just to save shit, you know, memories, and to remind you who you were and who you are today, for obvious and good reasons. This right here is just a Naruto poster that came with the recent Naruto Blu-ray from August. You guys can get this in the Naruto Blu-ray with Finding Tsunade arc. So look for that. It's something I decided to put on here. It's nothing too special, but something to add on. Now this is something that means a lot to me. I've had this Naruto poster through, I want to say through 2005 through 2007, between those 3 years. I've had this poster since then, and this is a really old Naruto poster. Like, I'm talking about like back when it was, actually this is proof right here. It's promoting the original Naruto GameCube game. That's how long since I've had it, since the early GameCube days of the Naruto releases. You know, this thing is ancient history for me. This thing means a lot to me. I've had it since since Naruto first came on television, Toonami, the original GameCube game and stuff like that. Like, this thing goes back in the early days of Naruto, and I don't know specifically where I got it at. It was in like a random magazine, and it had a cover of Naruto, and I got it. My mom bought it for me, and I guess it just had this poster inside of it. But yeah, this thing looks pretty good 15 years later, or maybe longer than that, I'm not sure. But yeah, by the way, right there, if you can see the headband, that's the kind of headband you want to look for. This thing is 15 years old, and it even has a better cover of the headband compared to what I have over there. But yeah, this is one of my favorite childhood things. Even if it's a poster, and no matter how worn out it gets, and I think personally I took good care of it because it looks this good at least. It's just to remind, like I said, it's just something good to remind you of who you are today. Because I'm still obsessed with Naruto, and I still love Naruto always. And this poster right here, man, it just, man, like, I've been a fan of this series a long time. Thank you, Kishimoto, for everything. But yeah, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old I've had it, or maybe older than that. Maybe 10 years old is when I don't remember. I just had this thing for a long time, but yeah. This is an autograph from the voice actor of Mainly Fanakin, if I say her name right, the English voice actor of Naruto. And obviously, the dub is not everyone's favorite, but those who grew up with it, who don't mind the voices because we're too used to those voices, I'm really just thankful for everyone who worked in the dub of Naruto, bringing characters to life like Pain, Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, and even characters you may not be fond of, but Rock Lee and Neji, everyone, even Sakura, the voice actor for Conan, Data, Sasuke, like everyone who worked on this show. Just thank you for bringing the characters alive in the dub, because the dub means a lot to me, and you know, people can criticize it all they want, but the dub means the world to me than anything else, dub-wise, because this is where I started, and I think voice actors bring characters alive with their voices. Regardless if you like them, how they sound or not, voices bring characters alive, like people. You know, voices matter. You feel things and you can hear things, and dub or sub, everyone does their best and they work their ass off, and everyone should be treated equally, that they're just trying to make a living. But yeah, this is also an autograph from the voice actor of Naruto, and I've had this for about a year now. I still have not gotten a frame for it. I need to do it, but yeah, another treasure. Gamma Wallet, I've had this for 4 years. They make bigger ones, but I have not made the effort to get another Gamma Wallet. But yeah, this one's only for change. I think the bigger versions of these frogs, you can get the actual body size where you can actually put dollar bills and shit in it. This one can only take so much money. Obviously because it's small, but yeah, pretty fun. Now these are Naruto cards. I've had these things since 2007, 2008, or even before then. I'm not sure when Naruto cards started to originally come into America, but I've had this can forever. It was the only can that actually survived over the 13, 14, 15 year time period of having cans of Naruto's cards over the years. Some cans survive, some don't, depending how long you had them and how long you take care of them. But this one managed to survive the longest, and I kept it. Not going to go through the cards because that's going to make the video even longer. But yeah, another part of my collection, Naruto cards. Man, I'm not as obsessed with Naruto cards like I am with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but Naruto cards still has a very soft spot. You know, it's again where I started with my childhood cards, posters, etc. So yeah, very fond memory that I still have these. Now look at this, a very old painting of the logo of Naruto. I've had this maybe, honestly, 2006. Honestly, I think I've had it before 2007, 2008. Like, this is really, really old. Like, you could just tell by looking at it. I've had this thing since I was like 9 or 10. Yeah, I'm surprised I even have it. Like, some things get lost over time, but thankfully it survived for this long. But yeah, another thing from my childhood that I really appreciated Naruto growing up. Like I said in some of my videos in the past, that Naruto was a show that I really liked because I thought it was cool. But as you get older, you start to understand the dialogue, the messages, the character writing in Naruto, where it kind of feels more adult. Sometimes, like things you can really get behind as an adult. Even if Naruto was targeted for kids, there's still a lot of things in Naruto that are very mature, but some kids would not comprehend the dialogue in Naruto. So I appreciate the show a lot more because I understand what Kishimoto was going for in his series as I got older. So thank you, Kishimoto, again. You know, this is how long I've been with the show. This damn long. I mean, this painting of Naruto's logo was ancient for me. Now these books are rare. I don't think you're ever going to see these in stores, ever. Like, these are like Naruto magazine books from Books A Million. I remember getting this in 2007. I asked my mom and she got me these over time. But yeah, these books are ancient history. You're not going to find these again in stores. Unless you could find them on Amazon. I don't know, but like, this goes back to Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3 on the PlayStation 2. And this game right here was fucking sick. I loved Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3 before Storm was even a thing. This, if you were not playing this game, you were missing out. Well, at the same time, I didn't play 1 or 2. I'm going to be honest, I did not play Ultimate Ninja 1 or 2. So maybe I missed out on that part. But part 3 was the game that was lit back in 2007 and 2008. And holy shit, I played the damn out of that game. I love this game. I would love to play it at some point again, but I don't have a PlayStation 2. We can go through them a little bit to show you some images of the book. I'm just going to skim through it. These are very, very, very old. I think there's some posters in here, or I took the poster out years ago. I'm not sure. But yeah, these things are ancient history in Naruto. Oh yeah, they actually have cards on these books to show you the cards you could collect in the future. That was pretty fun. But yeah, these books go way back. Man, seriously. If you guys can ever find these for, well, depends if you like to collect shit from years ago. I don't even know how to find these books online, to be honest. But yeah, I'm so thankful I had this. Like, I had the poster of this. Actually, yeah, I think, yeah, there was a poster that came in this, and I think I'm broke after like 3 years later. But yeah, man, again, Naruto was just my childhood, man. And I'm glad I can appreciate things as an adult, because sometimes when you get older, you don't look back at things like that anymore. But Naruto is something that I just can't live without, and I really appreciate this series. Here's another one, and the back of it. I'm just gonna go through it. If we did every single page, we would be here all day, so yeah. Hopefully you can see it, because the way I'm looking at it, everything's kind of white. And I don't know about you guys, but I miss the early 2000s. Even though I was a kid, and I kind of feel like I could experience things better if I was like 12 or 13 years old and not like 8, 9, and 10. I still think early 2000s was just a different world to look at. With television, with anime and action cartoons and just movies and stuff. The early 2000s seems like an era that's just not going to happen again. I would love to go back to that era. What about you? Man. There you go. Now the final one. Actually, I think you're supposed to erase this, like a scratch off a thing, except it's the Rasengan. I never once removed it, and I don't plan on removing it at all. I don't, so yeah, I'm just going to leave it there for memory. Again, just going to go through it a little bit. Those are the cards. Very glad I still have these books, man. Ancient history right here for a Naruto fan like me, man. This is the hat. This is a dry hat that says oil, like it does on his headband, Jiraiya. You've seen me wear this hat many times on my live streams and videos in general. Over here is Hitachi. And this Uchiha necklace. Let me just get that, if you can see it. I never wear it. I always forget about it sometimes, but it's just one of the things you collect and just hang on the goddamn wall. Yeah, not sure if you can see it from a distance or in the dark, but yeah. Another thing I just collect over the years and I just don't do anything with it. But yeah, Hitachi plushie over here. I have never bought any other plushies besides Hitachi. I just saw one on Amazon, actually no, eBay, 4 years ago, and that's it. I never bought any others. Now this is just a Sokage plushie, not a big deal. Actually no, that makes 2 technically. But yeah, just something to hang on the shelf over here. Now if you're wondering what this is just some Bakugan stuff thing that I got like years ago, 10 years ago. If you guys remember Bakugan, you know who Price is. But yeah, really cool, fun show as a kid. Now what I've been wanting to show you guys for a while is my Shonen Manga collection. Okay, obviously you're gonna get the lower half of my body on purpose so I can just show you from this point of view, from where my head is at and everything. But these things came in at the end of every month, and I collected them over the years. These things are old. I'm not sure how much they're worth, but these things you would get in the mail every month, and it would be Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, any other shonen manga at the time that was really extremely popular. There would be like a Yu-Gi-Oh card you would get in here, or a card in general. These things are old. We're talking about like Shonen. This specific magazine's been around since 1998, and I think it ended in 2012. Because when I moved to Texas in high school, I was looking for these books and I couldn't find any. Now last year I found out they canceled these books about 10 years ago, and I was wondering what the hell happened to them 10 years ago. because I was looking for these because I was collecting them for obvious reasons. So when I found out they weren't in stores, I was like, what the hell happened? 10 years later, I finally get my answer. I don't know specifically why they stopped, but they just stopped in general. Like right here, this is Obito and the 5 Kage Summit arc. You know, and honestly, I don't remember all of my reactions reading these, which is pretty sad, to be honest, because I hope I didn't waste my mom's money. Because obviously as a kid, you don't want to waste your mom's money. Nobody wants to do that. Because I was really excited, yeah, here's Bleach. I was really excited to get the card that came in these magazines. And I would always be hyped for the card sometimes rather than the actual chapter. There's a Grimmjow getting cut by Naruto. But yeah, I really hope I just forgot my memories of these books, because I don't want to feel like I just got the magazine for the card, because that, like I said, that'd be kind of shitty to do that. But hell, I don't remember. But I do remember some things. I do remember reading these Shonen magazine books. Some of my memories I do, some of my memories I don't. But I just know that I grew up with them, and I had a damn good time growing up with these Shonen books, especially Naruto. There's Yariko Nagato's backstory in this one. But yeah, man, I just can't remember. The older that you get, you can't remember everything. And that's the thing about being human. If we could remember everything, we would be perfect. But since we're not perfect, we can't remember everything. So I can't remember everything I've read or my reaction to Naruto back in the day. I wish I could remember some of my OG Naruto reactions, but I just can't. But yeah, I think you guys get the general thought here. You know, it was just a magazine to read every month to see what's going new in Shonen and your favorite series of all time. But yeah, there's Udio from Bleach right there, if you can see. But yeah, man, these are just for my childhood. I don't know what they're worth, but I've had these for so long. So just in case something would happen to them, but just in case if something did happen to these things that I love, I would have this video for a memory, because these do mean a lot to me from my childhood. And I really do miss them, getting them every month as a child. And this is also part of my Naruto growing up history as well, as a young teenager and stuff. But yeah, some of you guys asked for a room tour, and I think this is the closest you're going to get, because I don't have a lot of merch and merch for a lot of anime stuff in general. Like, I don't have it in me to buy a lot of stuff all the damn time. If you guys know T-Bry, my friend, his room is stacked with anime shit. I'm just not that kind of guy to constantly buy anime stuff all the time. Over the years or over the few months, I'll buy more stuff, but just, I'm not obsessed with it. So for a guy who really loves Naruto, I actually have a lot of less merch than you would think. Now that I actually have some Naruto shirts I would like to share. This one, you guys see me wear this in my live streams, I believe. The mix one. I got this Kakashi one that you're never gonna see on the websites of any website to get, because this was at like a small shirt store in a town. And original stores like that, you're not always going to get the same shirts online. When you run into an original shirt stop that prints these in front of you, and then you get them right there. You know, sometimes some things you just got to get wherever you live. You know, so I don't think you can get this online at all. It looks really cool. So yeah, rare to get this one. This is Hitachi. Surprisingly, I have not worn this one yet. I'm gonna save it for the winter. Now this is a Sasuke one, Sharingan, heavy Sasuke, the best version of Sasuke in my opinion. But yeah, that's another Naruto one. Actually, they're all Naruto, what the hell. Kakashi Anvil, you guys have probably seen this in Spencer's or Hot Topic a couple years ago. But yeah. I also got this Jiraiya jacket, which I don't recommend getting these kind of jackets if you see them on Amazon, because the material is just, it's not the kind of jacket you think. Like, they're not really made of what you think they're made out of. So I don't recommend getting these jackets. Minato one, again, the same material. I don't think I'm going to buy these jackets again. I mean, I don't know, I might, depending what a jacket is, but it's just not the kind of material, fabric, or whatever it is that you're thinking of for good clothing jackets. These are just, they're not going to keep you warm, basically. They're just jackets to wear, you know, to look cool, but they're not going to keep you warm. And that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching all this stuff I collected over Naruto over the years. Really old shit I've had for a very long time, but I have not gotten rid of and I don't plan on getting rid of. But This is more of a personal video because I love Naruto and this is some stuff I've had for a while and I just wanted to show it to you. And some of you asked for a room tour, and this is the closest you're going to get because, like I said, I don't have a lot of other stuff to show. This is just anime and mostly Naruto stuff. So yeah, I'm DLX, subscribe if you want, and thank you so much for just watching this video. It's really weird to make these kind of videos. A lot of people don't do this, but I wanted to show you my collection of Naruto over the years because, like you guys know, it means a lot to me. The show means a lot to me, the characters. And you guys as well enjoy the content. Even though that I'm this long-haired metal Naruto guy, but you know, I'm a weird guy, and I love Naruto, and you love Naruto too. So thank you, have a good night, and stay ninja weird. Bye.